Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back, and I've got an interesting video for you. Today, I want to talk about Alone. I want to talk about Season 5. And in this video, I want to give a brief rundown of the 10 people involved that are going to be on Season 5. And at the very end of this video, I'm going to make my official prediction on who I feel has the biggest chance, or who I think is going to win the show, that's going to win it all, $500,000. In my hand, I have a small cheat sheet with some very basic notes, mainly to remember who the cast members are. Now, I want to give an apology ahead of time for the wind, so I'm hoping that we don't get any wind noise in this video. I have the camera kind of tucked back a little bit, so hopefully that will minimize any kind of wind noise potential. So Season 5 of Alone is, in my opinion, going to be a very special season. They've got a new location. They are not in Patagonia. They are not in Vancouver Island. They are in Mongolia. So they are north of China and south of Russia. So it's a landlocked area, very cold. The winters hit very rapidly, and it's a pretty cool location that they've selected for this show. Today's actually June 14th, and so tonight we get the first episode of Season 5. We get episode 1. Another thing that makes this season of Alone very special, in my opinion, is the fact that they brought back previous contestants that have been on the show. They've already gotten their feet wet with the whole Alone thing, and for whatever reason they didn't win. So this whole season of Alone has redemption on the mind. They've gotten a second chance at winning it all. So I feel that this season is going to be extremely competitive. I think it's going to be crazy, and I am going to make a bold prediction right now in thinking that it's going to probably be, or have the potential to be, the best season of Alone yet. So hopefully that'll come true. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. But let's get started on these cast members of Alone. Now, when I mention them, they're not in any particular order. I am simply mentioning them in the order that they were broadcast in the Making the Cut episode. So let's start with the first one. That is Karlie. Karlie is from, I think she's living in Anchorage right now, Alaska. She was on Season 3 of Alone. She's 30 years old. And she did 86 days in Patagonia. 86 days is a remarkable achievement. That is just phenomenal. I can't believe that someone can go out there and survive 86 days. It just blows me away. So Karlie rocked it completely on Season 3. Now, ultimately, she was pulled. Her body mass index, or BMI, got below 17. And they pulled her. But from what I understand, when your BMI gets below 17, that is when your body's so deep into ketosis that it starts cannibalizing vital organs, and that damage to your organs could be irreversible. So Karlie, I think, is going to be a strong force in Season 5. Let's move forward. Let's go to Britt. Okay, Britt was on Season 3. He's 41 years old. He did 35 days in Patagonia, and ultimately he tapped out, and from what I understand, he missed his son and his wife. He missed his family, and that's what caused him to exit the show, I guess you could say. So Britt, he offers a lot. One thing I like about Britt is he likes the Becker BK7 knife, and that's the same knife that I like. It's a very good knife. 1095 high carbon steel, 7-inch blade, 3/16 thick. You know, so I love Britt's knife. That's the same knife I use a lot. Let's move forward. Let's talk about Dave, Nasiha. Season 3, 50-year-old man. Listen to this. 73 days in Patagonia. He got pulled just like Karlie did. It was a medical reason. And the thing about Dave is Dave has a ton of mental toughness. I've said this many times. I think he's going to be a very exciting person to watch on season 5. You know, when he was in Patagonia, he had 30-something fish halves, you know, so he had food, but he was trying to ration it all out to make it last. And unfortunately, he showed a lot of symptoms that were like a lot of starvation. So he ended up getting pulled medically. Let's move forward. Nicole, a Pelean, 47-year-old woman. She was on season 2 of Alone in Vancouver Island. She did 57 days. That's crazy. If you think of season 1, they did 56 days. So Nicole did 57 days on season 2. And ultimately, from what I understand, she tapped out due to missing her children. She said something to the effect that she felt like her kids were calling her home. And so she left and went home. So Nicole, I think, the thing that I liked about her was her demeanor. She was so happy all the time. At least that's what she portrayed on the film, on the camera. She was always smiling, and it really genuinely looked like to me that she enjoyed the whole journey of being out there. And I think Nicole is going to be very strong on season 5. Let's move forward to Brad. Brad is kind of an unknown. He was on season 4. He's a 24-year-old young man. He got, well, tapped out on day 1, and it wasn't him, it was his brother. Brad was the hiker. So if you guys haven't seen season 4, in my opinion, that was the least popular season. I think season 4, they called it Alone, but they were teams of 2 people, you know. So there was 7 teams, and Brad and his brother, I don't remember his brother's name, but his brother was the one that was setting up the camp, and Brad was the hiker. And Brad's brother twisted his ankle or got hurt and got pulled. So unfortunately that had to pull Brad as well. So we don't know a lot about Brad. He didn't even get his feet wet. I mean, it was day 1, you know, so he got to see, you know, like the boot camp. He got to make the cut and play with the cameras and stuff. But as far as going out there and testing his grit and his determination to do this show, we didn't see that. So in my opinion, Brad's a big unknown. He's young. I don't know what kind of experience he's going to have, and I don't know what it's going to look like from him when things get thin and things get hard. I really don't know. Let's move forward to the 6th person. We're going to talk about Jessi briefly. Jessi was also on season 4. He was also a hiker. They did 5 days, and what happened with Jessi is very similar to what happened with Brad. Jessi's brother, I think, fell and hurt his back, some kind of disc in his back compression or something like that, injury, and so Jessi, as a result, got pulled along with his brother, which is so unfortunate to see something end so fast. And I think Jessi, you know, 32-year-old guy, I think he had a lot of promise. I think he had a lot of skills that he was getting ready to showcase, so he could be very strong. But again, just like Brad, we don't know a lot about Jessi. You know, he's kind of a, him and Brad are kind of the wild cards on season 5. We don't really know what they're going to bring. Let's move to the 7th person. Let's go to Larry. Okay, season 2, 46-year-old guy, just a couple of years older than me. You know, I did my phase 1 certification with the Pathfinder School, and Larry is also real big into the Pathfinder School. I've never met him in person or anything like that, but he showed exceptionally good skills on season 2 up in Vancouver Island. He did 64 days. He was the runner-up of season 2. He fell to Dave McIntyre. McIntyre won season 2, and Larry was hanging in there really tough. I mean, when he got to his breaking point, he moved past that, and so he showed a tremendous amount of skill and a tremendous amount of what's that word I'm looking for? resolve or fortitude to be able to hang in there when times got hard. And ultimately he tapped out due to hunger. Things were hard, and I think Larry is going to be a very strong player in season 5 because he's already been there. He's already experienced it. He's got his feet wet. He's been through the starvation. He knows what he's getting into. He's gotten cold. He's gotten hungry. And so Larry, there's not going to be anything, in my opinion, that's I think Larry's going to be a very strong force on season 5. Let's move forward. Let's talk about Randy. Randy Champagne, okay? He was on season 2 of Alone. He's 31 years old. He did 21 days in Vancouver Island. He lost his ferrocerium rod. And similar to Joe Robinette on season 1, Joe Robinette lost his ferro rod and he quit. Randy, however, didn't do that. Randy lost his ferro rod, and he is the first and only participant of the whole season of Alone, of all the seasons that I know of, that was successful with friction fire on the show. So Randy gets a lot of props from me because I'm a big friction fire guy, bow drill, and Randy pulled it off in Vancouver Island, and that place is so humid. Friction fire is almost impossible, and so that just showcases his skill set of how strong his skills are with friction fire. So Randy, I think, again, he did 21 days, and ultimately he tapped because he missed social interaction. He missed his friends, he missed his family, so he tapped and went home. But he's back. He said in the Making the Cut episode that when he walked away, he was like almost kicking himself in the butt, like, why did I walk away? Because Randy, I believe, had some very, very high-level skills. There's one thing about Randy that I personally like, and that is, and I can't really speak for him, but I get the feeling that Matt Graham is one of Randy's people that he looks up to. Matt Graham is one of my heroes for sure. He's such an amazing survivalist, and I think, can't speak for Randy, but I think that he feels the same way about Matt Graham. So with that being said, I think Randy has a strong shot at doing great things on the show for season 5. Now let's move forward. Let's talk about Brooke from season 4. 45-year-old woman. Her husband and her were on season 4 in Vancouver Island. She did 49 days. Brooke, and I'm trying to think of what her husband's name was. Brooke and Dave Whipple. Okay, so Brooke, again, 49 days and ultimately tapped out due to food starvation. And Brooke is the kind of person that has a large amount of skills, but the unfortunate part that she was dealing with, and that she'll continue to deal with, in my opinion, in season 5, is she's a smaller woman. So for her, I think food procurement is going to be extremely important. She doesn't have extra body fat to go out there and just burn calories. So that's going to be the question mark for Brooke. I think she showed a lot of good skills. She's got a great YouTube channel. I'm always commenting on her videos. She does good things. And I think she's going to be big on season 5. Now let's move forward to the last competitor on season 5 of Alone. We're going to talk about Sam Larson. He was on season 1. And think about this. Okay, the guy's 24 years old, but when he was on season 1, he was 22 years old and did 55 days. 55 days. He was the runner-up on season 1. He lost to Alan Kay, who did 56 days. And Sam, man, that dude is tough. Mentally tough at such a young age. The guy's got a very good knowledge of skills, and he's tough, mentally strong. He quit, and in his own words, was 3 particular reasons. He missed his wife, the weather was hard, and Mother Nature was kicking his butt. And the guy was honest. One of the benefits that Sam has going into season 5 is he's got body fat. And I'm not saying that with any disrespect or anything like that. I'm saying that he has a gas tank that if if used correctly, can take him a long way. So that is the cast of season 5. Now let me give you my official prediction. You guys ready? Where's the drum roll? Come on, da-da-da-da-da, let's get the drum roll. My official prediction. Who's going to win it all? Well, let me narrow it down to 4 people. I'm going to pick Dave, Nicole, Larry, and Sam. Okay? Those 4, I think they're going to be the final 4. Now, who's going to win out of those 4? I think Nicole. I think Nicole is going to win it all. Don't know why I think that. There's no, there's no reason I'm thinking that. I just have a feeling that Nicole ain't playing around this time. I think she's going to go out there, and I think she's going to rock it. I think she's going to win the show. She is just such an amazing person. And, I've interacted with her on multiple occasions on social media, and she's an awesome person. And she is definitely one of these people that her glass is never half empty. It's always half full. She's always got a smile on her face. This is a woman that has struggled with multiple sclerosis, and she's bounced back. And I just think Nicole's going to win it all. I really do. If it's not her, it'll be Larry or Sam or maybe even Dave. But those are my 4 picks. But I got to go with Nicole. I think she's going to shock the world. I think she's going to be the first woman to win alone. I think it's going to be epic. I think it's going to be amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was fun coming out here to shoot. The wind actually cooperated with me a little bit, so I'm happy about that. And tonight I get to watch the first episode of season 5. I'm so excited, and there will be more commentary because I'm very excited about this season. I didn't do much for season 4, and I think I only did 1 video because I just wasn't feeling it for season 4. But this season, you betcha, I'm going to be back, and I'm going to be talking about each episode. So please stay tuned for that. Please, if you like what I'm doing, please watch my videos. That helps me. Give me those view counts. Help me out. These videos sometimes can be difficult to do, and the only thing I can ask out of you guys to show me that you appreciate what I'm doing is to continue watching my videos. So if you like the content that you're seeing on my channel, please hit that subscribe button, and also make sure that notification bell is rung so you get updates when I upload videos. Now, man, this was fun. I can't wait. Let me wrap this video up, and we'll see you next time. Bye. I love you all. God bless.